This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, just before benching, I want to say a short Dvar Torah and thank a few more people who've been very helpful over the years. I want to thank my dear friend Rav Moshe Morgenstern who came, who right now he mans the site. Thank you very much for your help. I want to welcome a lot of Yedidim. We mentioned the Machon Maggid Harakiah branch of Eretz Yisrael and Los Angeles. We didn't mention the Machon Maggid Harakiah of Monroe, the Monroe branch. Rabbi Yaakov is one of the Yarchei Kallah of Monroe, and he sends out the Shiurim to how many? 600 people. So shkayach, it's like a secret undercover branch. So thank you very much. The Gemara tells us in Masechta Megillah that Bayom Hashvi Ketov Lev HaMelech Bayoin. It was the seventh day, and the king's heart was gladdened with wine. And then the Gemara goes off on a digression. The Gemara says that the nations of the world, when they eat and they drink, poichsen, they lower themselves, they are debased, and they speak about immoral, immodest topics. And then the Gemara says, and that ultimately led to a discussion that which nashim are the fairest of them all. And Achashverosh says, it's my wife. And that prompted him to say, okay, we're going to bring Vashti out. But the Gemara interjects with one line. The Gemara says, even though the nations of the world, that when they eat and they drink, they debase themselves, but Kallah Yisrael, when they eat and they drink, they sing shiros, v'sishbachas, and they say divrei Torah. So the Ben Yehoyada asks, that's a non-relevant point. The Gemara is just trying to describe, the Gemara is trying to tell us why Achashverosh invited and asked Vashti to come display herself. Of what relevance is it that when Kallah Yisrael eats and drinks, we say divrei Torah? That has nothing to do with the storyline. So Ben Yehoyada says, from here we see that a critical part of the miracle of Purim, says Ben Yehoyada, the reason why the Rebbeinu Shalom saved Kallah Yisrael is because even though we were being neneh from the suit of Achashverosh, and even though we bowed down to the Tselem, but there were some Yidden who on that Shabbos, at their Shabbos table, they were saying Divrei Torah at the table. That was the Zechus that saved Kallah Yisrael. Ben Yehoyada says that line of the Gemara is not a non sequitur. It's not a random line. The Gemara is identifying. So, if we ate at the Suda of Achashverosh, why did the Rebbeinu Shalom save us? The answer is because Kallah Yisrael, when they eat and they drink, they say Divrei Torah. In fact, Ksav Sofer writes that the Ramah says that at the Purim Suda, you're supposed to say Divrei Torah before the Suda. The remez is La Yehudim Haisa Oira Zu Torah V'Simcha. So there's a remez before the Purim Suda. You should say Divrei Torah. But says the Ksav Sofer, it's more than a remez. The inyan of saying Divrei Torah at the Suda is in order to capitalize and focus on and identify what was the zechus of Kallah Yisrael that ultimately we were saved from Haman. And the answer is that for 1 minute at the Shabbos Suda, somebody said a Dvar Torah. Often it's an unappreciated zechus. But actually it's very interesting. We talk about the mitzvah of being koiveya itim l'Torah. So we always think about, okay, do I learn in the morning? Do I learn at night? The Rosh, in the Orchos Chaim of the Rosh, says, Kvius itim l'Torah is divrei Torah at the table with your family. That's the definition of Kvius itim l'Torah. So I want to welcome everybody. I want to welcome my family. I want to thank the most important person in Machon Maggid Harakiah, which is Eishes Chayil Mi Yimtza. And whatever, like Rabbi Akiva says, Shali v'shalchem shala. So certainly over here, alachas kama v'kama. I want to thank my dear parents, my father and mother, for joining us at this Yarchei Kallah. I want to thank my sister and brother-in-law who came from Lakewood to join us at the Yarchei Kallah. Thank you very much. And again, especially Yasher Koyach to Reb Nassan Weldler, and his Rebbitzin, and his extended family, and his partner. Right? Your partners? I forgot. What's the relationship? Your partners, right?
When he's not with you.
Right. So then you're not partners. And thank you everybody for coming. The Israeli mishpacha from Great Neck and the Levitan mishpacha. Thank you for joining. And did I get everybody? The Chassan and Kallah, Amram, and did I get everybody? And of course Jonathan, who he was able to be, I don't know, it was like, the Gemara says Rava bara Gavra. Rava, he needed a minion, so what did he do? He just created a Gavra. So Jonathan came into the shul. And he was bara the meal. I don't know exactly how it happened. And also, I want to thank my chavrusa, Reb Dr. Gutnick, who I have shiurim during the day. Sometimes Dr. Gutnick and me, we're chavrusas. Dr. Gutnick is the only one who comes to be mechazek my learning. So he came all the way from Queens. He came on Tisha B'Av and other occasions. And we're mavarich Dr. Gutnick that he should be able to join us for many happy and healthy occasions. I want to thank my friend Reb Shmuel Bolzum for joining us all the way from Midwood and Avenue L and East 36th Street. Right around Tiferes Yisrael. So thank you everybody for joining us. And Bezos Hashem, tomorrow Seder begins at 10 a.m. and there's another shir after benching. Thank you very much. Okay.
Can we start at Baltimore branch?
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.